Hi, guys. Welcome to Conversations with Courtney. I know you guys are seeing me in a different light, and I love that. So, if you're new here, my name is Courtney Kristen, and I am the host of the Allow Yourself Grace podcast. I am also the CEO of the Allow Yourself Grace brand, where we have all things to help you get clear and we help you change, pivot, shift your life in a new direction. All right, let's jump into this. People keep saying that they feel stuck, but most of the time, they're not stuck. They're just unaligned. And I recently had a chance to talk with a group of you that tune into my podcast. And one of the things that kept coming up during our conversation was you feel stuck. You feel stuck. You don't know what to do. I'm not sure. I feel motivated, but I also feel stuck at the same time. So I'm here to tell you that you're not stuck. You're just unaligned. And alignment doesn't require you to do more. Okay? It doesn't require you to do more. So I want you to when you get into the mind frame of I'm taking notes, I want you to get that out of your head, okay? Get out your notebook and put down I don't have to do more to be aligned. Okay? You don't have to do more to be aligned. It requires you to just slow down and to just listen. Listen to your body. Most importantly, listen to God. Those are things that are number one. Okay? That's the number one thing. Tune into God and listen to yourself. Okay? Put that as number one. Yes, they're going to go together. They're going to go together because you and God, y'all are partners. Y'all going to work hand in hand. Okay? If you've ever been feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or like nothing is moving the way you think that it should be, I want you to stay with me. Okay? Stay with me. Stay with me. Because what you might be feeling and calling stuck is actually alignment. It's a signal. It's a signal that you're unaligned, okay? Feeling overwhelmed and you feel like nothing is moving in the right direction, nothing is going as it should. This is a conversation that I want you to remember, okay? So, just because you might feel stuck, okay? This can actually be a signal. This can be a signal telling you, hey, you're not stuck. We just got to get some alignment. We got to get some things in order. So, we are going to start by reframing being stuck. Let's reframe that. Let's get out of our minds that being stuck is being stagnant. We like to live. Okay, babe, hold on one second. I got to make this bigger. Hey guys, we've started the new year and people keep saying, I feel stuck. But most of the time, you're not stuck. You're just not aligned. You're unaligned, okay? And alignment doesn't require you to do more. It requires you to slow down and listen. Just slow down and listen. That's how you're going to get aligned. If you've been feeling frustrated, you've been feeling overwhelmed, or like nothing is moving in the way that it should be, I want you to say with me, okay? Say with me, I can do this. And most importantly, I want you to stay around for this conversation about what you are calling stuck, okay? Why are you calling it stuck? Let's get into it. It may not be that you're stuck. It may actually be a signal. So we're going to dive into reframing being stuck. We live in a culture that tells women to push through, okay? Push through and, think harder, try to move, try more, move faster, do something else, People are telling us to do all these things. But most of the time, the issue isn't effort. There's plenty of us that are putting in effort every single day. And when I say effort, you're getting up, you're going to work, you're doing all the things. Okay? The issue isn't that. It's the noise. It's all the places that you're getting advice from. Mental clutter, fear, pressure, and overthinking has the ability to create the illusion of being stuck instead of pausing before we spiral, before we lose it, instead of listening before we force. Simple, simple. Pause and listen. There was a moment in my own life where I realized I wasn't stuck at all. I was forcing things that no longer fit who I was becoming. I was trying to go to places. I was trying to talk to people. I was texting people. I was doing all the things that no longer fit into the person that I was becoming. And I realized, and this hasn't been, something that I realized a long time ago. I realized it recently that those things no longer served me. And forcing it will always feel like resistance. It will always feel like something's just pulling, right? That it's not going the way that it should be. It doesn't align. Now, here are some signs that you're out of alignment and not stuck, because we keep saying we're stuck when really we're out of alignment. You may feel exhausted but not fulfilled. You're busy, but you're unclear. You keep starting things and you keep stopping. You're constantly comparing your own pace with someone else's. And this is a big one, right? This is a big one. When your spirit is tired, productivity won't fix it. So doing more, being active, none of these things will fix it when you're just tired. There's no new planner that you can buy, no new strategy, no extra push. What you need is alignment. And what alignment actually looks like, many of you have that question. What does that look like? You keep saying that word. What does it look like? I don't know how to do that. Alignment looks like clarity over chaos. So if it's not bringing you clarity, it's probably creating some chaos. We want to go with what's simple over what pressures us. Peace over what creates urgency. Okay? Alignment doesn't mean that you're doing nothing. It means that you're doing what fits you. In my recent podcast episode, I talked about grace-led growth. And this is important because you need to feel calmer in order to be at peace. You need to be intentional so that the life that you're creating for yourself and who you're becoming is sustainable. This is what I teach inside of Grace to Grow. How to move forward without abandoning yourself in the process. How to keep going without abandoning yourself in the process. Because when you start and when you stop and when you start and you stop, you abandon yourself. Now, here are some practical steps on how you can realign. How can you get back in alignment if you feel unaligned? Here's where you can start. Pause, reflect, instead of reacting. Ask yourself what feels heavy and what feels life-giving. Release control. Not everything needs to be managed or rushed. Reset your mindset. Question the beliefs telling you that you're behind? Where did these beliefs come from? Did they come from your childhood? Did they come from your mom? Did they come from your dad? Where did this narrative of you are behind, where did this come from? Did it come from an abusive relationship? Like, where are you getting this? Are you looking at other people's Instagram? Are you doom scrolling too much? You're on TikTok too much, looking at other people's lives, becoming a consumer. What is causing you to feel like you are behind? And whatever it is, exit out and get rid of it. It's as simple as that. There's no there's no magic potion. There's no direct strategy. The strategy is grace. Okay? Grace to cut it out of your life. And choose one aligned action instead of 10 forced ones. So if I got to force it, it's not for me. If I have to force myself to do something, it's not for me. It doesn't align with me. Because if I don't want to do it, I'm forcing myself if I'm doing it anyway. Okay? Alignment begins the moment you stop pushing and start listening. Open your ears. Like, be slow to speak. If this resonates with you, this is the work that I am doing inside of Grace to Grow. And I want you to come along and do it with me and do it with the other ladies that are there, because we are growing, we are resetting, and we're getting ready to receive all of the things that are for us, that are in alignment with our lives. We are doing the work actively, weekly. You don't need to force growth. You're allowed to grow in grace. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is realign. Take time to realign. Take time to assess. That's how you get in alignment. Taking a moment to reflect and assess yourself, the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying, the environments that you're going to, the people that you are around are going to be key to your growth. So, if you're wondering why you feel stuck, it's probably because you're doing things that you are forcing yourself to do. You're doing things that don't resonate with your spirit. And there's some things that you're going to have to realign so that you can get aligned. Okay? If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I drop more videos like these. The goal for these videos is not only for you to get the key points that I present in the Allow Yourself Grace podcast episodes, but I also want you to be able to gain actionable steps directly from me. But if you want to get more, guys, head over to allowyourselfgrace.com and go ahead and check out the resources that I have there. And also, don't be afraid to leave me comments. Don't be afraid to ask me questions in the comments. I am here to answer your questions. I want to help you. That is why I built this platform. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in with Conversations with Courtney. And yeah, look forward to more videos like these in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.